Hey guys, welcome to Hughes History as we hit you up with another world religion. This time it's the 5th largest religion in the world. There's over 20 million followers and you don't probably know very much about it. It's Sikhism. So let's see if we can't grow your brain as we do some of the giddy up for the learning. And we get started right about now. All right, guys, why don't we go to Punjab in the 15th century? I bet you weren't expecting to go there, but Punjab today is a state in northern India, which is right along the eastern border of Pakistan. But in 1469, a man by the name we're going to call Guru Nanak is born, and even as a young boy, it is said he had the markings of a blessed person. At the age of 5, he's becoming inquisitive about the nature of life and God. At the age of 7 in school, he's telling his teacher that there's a connectiveness with the universe of the first letter of the alphabet. So this is a kid who's thinking about big things. But Sikhism itself, and to be a Sikh means to be a student, to be someone who is learning, is going to begin in 1499 when Guru Nanak is 30 years old. And the story is that he goes for a ritual cleansing in the local river and he disappears for 3 days. And when he comes back, he tells the story that he has gone to God's court, that he has drank from the nectar of the universe, and that God spoke to him and that God has a message.
This is the cup of the adoration of God's name. Drink it, I am with you. I bless you and raise you up. Whoever remembers you will enjoy my favor. Go rejoice of my name and teach others to do so. I have bestowed the gift of my name upon you.
Let this be your calling, and the calling he takes up, and that is going to be to begin the religion of Sikhism. And the first thing he really said when he came back from this 3-day journey was, there is no Hindus, there is no Muslims, there's only God. And that really is going to be the central feature of Sikhism, that there is one God and that we are here not only to serve him, but to serve each other. And this is the beginning of Sikhism, where he's going to go and start spreading the word, and there's going to be a continuance of his teachings in 10 gurus complete. And it is the life and the words of these 10 gurus, and also the words of some Hindu saints and Muslim saints, that's going to make up what we're going to call the 11th living guru. And the 11th living guru is the Granth Sahib, and this is the Holy Scripture according to Sikhs. So now that we have the religion Guru Nanak has created and the 11th living guru, let's take a look at some of their basic beliefs and some of the practices that they do in the religion of Sikhism. Sua and Simran, these are the two tenets of Sikhism at the end of the day. One is a devotion to one God. You are in service of that God, that you need to bow to that God, pray to that God, show homage to that one God. But then there is Sua, which is service to humans, to others. And that's a huge part of Sikhism, is that really at the end of the day, their religion isn't about converting people. They don't even believe in conversion. The religion is about living their religious beliefs in justice, in humanity, in equality. Number one is their belief in one God. They call it Ik Anka, the oneness of the universe, the one God concept. They don't assign it a gender. They understand it as it being non-understandable in a sense, that you'll never completely understand this idea, and that in a sense, spending too much of your life trying to understand what God is going to really take the eye off the ball. Now, they believe in meditation, kind of the Hindu tradition of looking inward and meditating. So that's going to be really important, is this one God concept. Number two is what's called Maya. And Maya is the 5 thieves, the 5 thieves of worldly disillusionment, in a sense, the non-reality which takes our eye off the ball. They believe that ego, anger, greed, attachment, and lust is what divorces us from God, from the oneness of the universe, with harmony, with all of that good feeling stuff. Now, they believe that we are living in what's called the Kali Yuga, which is the age of darkness. They believe that humans have become in love with Maya, with these 5 thieves, and not with God. And that really our journey on earth is to divorce ourselves from Maya and to find our reconnectiveness with the one, with the universe. And they also believe in this timeless truth concept, which is kind of unique to Hinduism and Buddhism, that you need to look inward to find what you already know, which is the universal truths. And the purpose of life is a cow, to reconnect with the oneness of truth through meditation, and in a second what we'll see is service to others. Sikhs also believe in liberation of the human soul. This is a Hindu-Buddhist concept. They don't believe in the caste system. They don't believe there's heaven or there's hell. But they do believe that there's eventually a release from this life through a spiritual connectedness with that oneness. So they believe in reincarnation. They believe in karma. And they believe really our life's path is to avoid Maya and to serve humans. Now they also believe in what's called power and meditation. They don't believe just in the Hindu concept of meditation. That's looking inward. They also believe that the goal of man is not just to use his spiritual life, but to live his secular life as well, the deeds that you do on earth. And I might have mentioned this before, they don't believe in conversion. The purpose of their life isn't to convert other people to Sikhism, but rather to go out and to help other people and to find ways of equality and social justice. That is living, in a sense, their outward life that they're meditating on in their inward life. Now, they also believe that there is a connection between music and the oneness. So when people read the hymns from their Holy Scripture, they match it to classical Indian music, and it's said that this allows people that are meditating and listening to the words to find a more connectiveness in the universe to those words and a quicker path to spiritual realization. There's a huge emphasis in Sikhism on remembrance of the divine name, and they pray 2 hours a day in the morning and in the night, and they believe that the verbal repetition of the name of God or a sacred symbol is one way of getting closer to God and finding that truth that lies within us so we can lead more powerful lives on the outside, avoiding Maya and doing goodness in the world. And that's really the next thing I want to talk about. There's a huge emphasis in the Sikh community on service and action. They believe that service to others, and that's not just people of their own faith, but service to humanity, to everybody, is what kills ego. And then by doing this, whether it's distributing free food, they actually believe in 3 different types of service. There's Tan, Man, and Dan, which is physical service, mental service, and material service. But at the end of the day, Sikhs are optimistic, they're resilient, and they're all about helping other people to lead better lives and to have more social justice on earth as much as they can muster up in their lifetimes. And justice, that's the whole concept really of Sikhism in terms of their outward life, that justice trumps any type of subjective code, any moral code. So they'd be big fans of Gandhi, of Martin Luther King, of civil disobedience. And speaking of social justice, they really do believe in the equality of men and women. Women have led Sikh services since the very beginning. So in all eyes of society, they see men and women as equal. And they also believe that marriage is of the necessity. You must marry if you're a Sikh. And they believe that this isn't a forced marriage. We're not talking about child marriage. We're talking about adults creating family, because family is very important in Sikh culture. So marrying and having children and developing the sense of community is also really important. And speaking of family, all Sikhs name their children according to the living guru. They're supposed to open up their spiritual text to a random page upon the birth of their child, and the first letter in the top left-hand corner becomes the first letter of that child's name. And all boys are given the last name of Singh, and all girls are given the last name of Kaur. Singh is for lion, Kaur is for princess, but this is supposed to help Sikhs develop into a stronger sense of family and community. Now, the 10th guru, who is Guru Gobind Singh, created kind of a brotherhood or a fraternity for Sikhs with an initiation ceremony. This is called the Khalsa. And although not all Sikhs are required to be part of this, many of them carry on the traditions from that brotherhood. So there is a tradition of them having uncut hair and having beards, wearing turbans, having short pants, sometimes carrying swords, carrying combs. So this is sometimes how you'll see somebody who is a Sikh. And sometimes there's confusion because many people think Sikhs are Muslims because they're wearing turbans, but of course now we know they're not Muslims. There was actually a hate crime in Wisconsin in 2012 where 6 Sikhs were murdered by a white supremacist. But at the end of the day, Sikhs are very much different from Hindus, very much different from Muslims, and at the end of the day, it's less of a religion and more of a way of life. So there you go, guys. We hope that you understand something about Sikhism. We certainly hope that you're a little bit smarter than when you press the button in the beginning of the video. So I'm going to say it because I say at the end of every lecture, guys, where attention goes, energy flows, and we'll see you guys next time that you press my buttons.